Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Talm'Bout podcast. I am your host, Physic. Some may know me as Zeke, some may not even know me at all. But ladies and gentlemen, if you here, that means you just stumbled upon a gem. So welcome to the Talm'Bout podcast, where we talking about sports, we talking about music, we talking about culture, we talking about it all, except for the drama and the bullshit. We ain't doing none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But ladies and gentlemen, welcome. If this is your first time, like I said, you just stumbled upon a gem in some way or another. You found your way here. So let's get this shit popping. And if you done returned again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for fucking joining me. This shit's been, little by little we building, but so far the community's been engaging, the community's been commenting, been talking, you know what I'm saying? And I love it. I love it. This shit's making me, want to keep doing this thing because, seems to me like we going a good route with this shit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about what the fuck is really going on today. It's Drizzy motherfucking Timber, ladies and gentlemen. It's motherfucking Drizzy Drake Day, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, let me get a motherfucking round of applause for the motherfucking album of the year. Cardi got to hit it with some Cardi. Drizzy Drake, ladies and gentlemen, has dropped the motherfucking album of the year. Hip-hop's #1 album of the year. I mean, let's be honest. This year we really haven't had too much dope hip-hop. We really haven't had nothing that's really been sticking and standing out. I mean, they talking about ain't no hip-hop song been #1 charted the whole year. You know what I'm saying? No album is charted the whole year. And I mean, let's go back and really think about what albums have really came out. Albums that were anticipated. Pink Tapes. Let's be honest. Wasn't up there. Quavo album, we gotta give it to him. That shit was pretty fire. At least I enjoyed that shit. As a Migos fan, to hear Quavo back in his bag, I definitely enjoyed that. What other albums were dropped this year? Travis Scott. I feel like that shit, niggas was swinging, but they wasn't knocking it out the park. You know what I'm saying? It was a couple records, definitely was fire. But let's keep it a bean. Travis, I don't think he delivered. My favorite artist, Trippie Redd. Love Letter to You 5. He should have ended Love Letter to You with 4. And I'm a Trippie Redd fan, ladies and gentlemen. To me, one of the hottest albums, hip-hop albums that dropped this year. I mean, and let's even go back to Thug, excuse me. Let me go back. Thug album wasn't all that, But to me, this Drizzy album, hands down, has to be the best hip-hop album of the year. And maybe it's because it won by default, maybe not. But Drizzy definitely delivered on this shit. Let me look this up. For All the Dogs, 23 tracks, goated, like MJ, 23, got the GOAT on the cover, drawn by his son. I mean, he got motherfucker 21 Savage on there, as he should. Record with J. Cole. Nasty. And we've just been talking about J. Cole recently, how he just killed that Yachty verse. First person shooter, this motherfucker was in there fucking blasting. Pause. Yeet on that shit. 2 records with SZA. Party Next Door. Chief Keef. Bad Bunny had my nigga rapping in Spanish. Sexy Red. Lil Yachty. I mean, I think Drake really delivered a masterpiece with this one. I feel like in this album, not only did we get a new, not even a new Drake, but we got sounds that we love Drake. Pause. I feel like this was a combination of Views Drake mixed with Take Care Drake, and it just created this fucking fire. Because even the Scorpion album wasn't all that popping like that, at least my opinion. The shit with 21 was fire, but it was a collab album with 21. Now this time we get a Drizzy album, and boy, we gotta give some motherfucking props to Drizzy. he did talk about he's falling back on hip hop. You know, he said a message before the album released, and he said that he's taking a break from hip hop to focus on his health. You know, I think Drizzy, as he should, man. 15 years running the game, 15 years on top of the game. Pause. As he should, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's delivered and gave the people enough, not even enough, but he's gave so much that why shouldn't, you know what I mean? Why shouldn't he kick back a little bit and enjoy what he, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy his riches, enjoy what he done created. I mean, 15 years of running the game. Let's really talk about this. Ain't nobody been running the game like Drizzy. Y'all could talk about Cole, y'all could talk about Kendrick, but they have not been delivering and producing as much as Aubrey. And let's keep it a gram. You like that, huh? Now, what I was really fucking with. Now, let's talk about the single that he released. 8 a.m. in Charlotte. I love this record. I love this motherfucking record. Because just like me and my man G was talking about on the first episode, not only has hip hop really came back to the essence of hip hop, he was calling out people on the record. If y'all didn't catch it, y'all gotta go back and listen. He was calling out multiple people. I feel like he's dissing Metro. I feel like he dissing Charlemagne. He dissing Pusha T, obviously, always, because Pusha T just that nigga he like to diss. And he dissing Yeezy. If y'all really go into the lines and really study it and really listen to what he's talking about you guys, you, this and that. This nigga was sliding on that shit. But what I want to talk about is how, you know, it's like mainstream is back to sampling. Mainstream hip-hop is starting to come back to its roots, to the real essence, to the real sound of the boom bap, to what hip-hop is. And I think it's beautiful because, you know, artists like Griselda, you know what I'm saying? Artists like my brother Nimlo and 183rd, you know, they've been paving the way and bringing this shit back to the point that now, look, we got Drizzy coming back to what it is, getting on the hip-hop shit. We got artists like Yachty sliding on shit like this, boom bap. You know, of course, Cole do what he do. But I love the fact that hip-hop is finally making its arrival back into hip-hop. You know, as far as for the male artists, for the rappers, you know what I'm saying? It's coming back to the essence of true hip-hop. You know, Drizzy, 15 years in the game, been doing everything, been tried everything, and now even he's coming back to the true essence of what it is. You know, I said I feel like he called out a lot of people on that record, but besides the point, I feel like he really went off on that record. I feel like he really did his thing. First verse killed it, and then not another thing, not just that. Let's talk about how he brought it back to three verse fucking songs. He brought it back to a 3-verse song. You know, hip hop has changed so much that hip hop has come down to minute long songs, but we not getting that with Drizzy on this shit. We getting 3-verse records on this shit with Drizzy. 4-minute, almost 5-minute songs. Hip hop ain't been doing that. Hip hop has been straying away from that. And the fact that he did it and did it right, that made people want to hear more. Like, I think Drizzy really did his thing on this shit. One of my favorite records, definitely the one with 21. Like I said, I feel like the people that curate 21 sound, I feel like they know exactly how to bring and present the right sounds to fucking 21. I feel like when I'm listening to 21, I feel like I'm telling you, I'm riding in the motherfucking 6'4" with some motherfucking 48-inch rims on that bit. You know what I'm saying? Shit blasting so motherfucking hard that all you hear is the rattling of motherfucking screws coming out this bit. You know what I'm saying? You hear this motherfucker knocking like, I feel like 21 really has that down south motherfucking essence and sound and like I swear, man, it's like whoever be curating his records, they really know exactly how to curate them. And not just that, but Drizzy knows how exactly where to place 21 and just gets him right. You know this been an anticipated album, and as it should be. And I feel like Drizzy really delivered and really did what he needed to do. He's talking about taking some time off of the game. If you really think about it, my man really came through, delivered something classic. This has to go down as a classic album. And if anybody's denying that, y'all just some motherfucking haters. This has to go down as one of Drizzy's best albums. Hands down. Like I said, it's like a mix of views with Take Care, and it just, let it grow on you. Let it grow on you. If you ain't fucking with it right now, let it grow on you. Come back a few months and tell me that it ain't a classic album. Now, got a record on there with Sexy Red. You know, Sexy Red been out here getting a lot of hate. You know, a lot of hate by the women who really not liking this Dottie music or this Dottie image. You know, and it's like, y'all really can't be hating, ladies, because a lot of y'all done created this. A lot of y'all done created this by repping city girls, by repping fuck niggas and get a bag and this and that. A lot of y'all women done created this, so y'all cannot be mad that now there's a artist like Sexy Red who promoting sex and fucking and all this dirty shit. Y'all can't be mad at her. Sexy Red out here doing her thing, if you ask me. She might not be my favorite artist. I'm gonna keep it a band. She ain't my favorite artist. I ain't really bumping no Sexy Red like that. You know what I'm saying? But y'all can't be mad. You know, it's like a double standard, right? So there's all these rappers in the game who talking about drugs, who talking about killing, who talking about shootings and this and that. You know, but it's a lot of them really ain't that. Sexy Red out here talking about she a thotty, she go raw doggy, and she really living that. At least she being real to my motherfucking word, to who she is. You know, that's just what she is. Sexy Red, little thotty out here, getting it in. But she's selling to the people eating it up, and there's a lot of women who not fucking with it. But ladies, y'all need to know y'all created this. When y'all was out there supporting city girls and them, y'all created this. But you know, I was talking to my homie earlier, and I was like, yo, you think hip hop ever gonna get back to the essence, at least for the females, right? Think hip hop will ever get back to the essence of true hip hop when it was Lauryn Hill's, you know, when it was Missy Elliott's. Y'all think the game will ever get back to that for the females? And so what the homie told me was like, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that if 2023 there was a Missy Elliott, she would still have to be a bad bitch. Sexy, showing some skin, and be a little bit on some thotty views, because the game is just not accepting that no more. The game just does not want a positive type of female. You know, and I feel like, you know, it's a little bit degrading for the women out there. I don't fully agree with everything Sexy Red, you know, her music and everything, but you know, to each his own. But in a way, that's some degrading ass music. And like my homie said, you know, if 2023 there was a Lauryn Hill or a Missy Elliott, she had to be on some sexy bad bitch showing some skin. It could be baggy, but you showing some skin. Because that's just what the game has come to. You know what I'm saying? Like nowadays, people don't even care if a female is writing her shit or not. You know what I mean? They just care about the image. You know, they just care about the image. So, like I said, you know, is this the route that hip hop is really going? You know, do y'all think, you know, make sure y'all write in the comments, do y'all think there will ever be an artist like Missy Elliott or like Lauryn Hill and really come in here with some spitting shit, and Mommy might not be the baddest joint, but she a talented individual? Y'all think they're gonna be another joint like that? Now my question to the fans and to the audience is, how long do y'all think this behavior is gonna last? You know, obviously, this has been a build-up from years, and we talking about even from Little Kim days to where we are now. Do y'all think that? Because I feel like it's a little bit crazy, a little bit out of control right now. Sexy Red even just released the sex tape. They talking about, you know, they talking about that it's revenge porn, but besides the fact though, Mommy had the dirty brown purple looking joint. The shit wasn't looking attractive. She really the raw dog queen. Do y'all think that shit gonna last forever? Y'all think that this behavior is gonna last forever? Because look, they say Shorty saying there was some revenge shit. That niggas put that shit out. One of her mans with the ankle monitor put it out, and she fucking with these type of niggas, man. This is what she gonna fucking lead to. This is what she's gonna stay at. Some bummy activity, some bummy shit, some, you know what I'm saying, just some ratchet shit. But it's the shock value that the people love. It's the shock value. I feel like it's what the people love, which is why it's keeping Sexy Red relevant. Sexy Red don't gotta write no verses. Sexy Red just gotta talk about pussy popping and all this and that. And now now the little sex tape is out. You know niggas is going out to Twitter and wherever the motherfucking shit and finding it. Cause I did too, but you know, the research purposes. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, comment below, do y'all think there will ever be an artist like Missy Elliott or like Lauryn Hill that she not the baddest joint, but she's a talented individual and she's coming through and she delivering this, you know what I'm saying, these gems? Do y'all think that could ever happen? We got Jimmy Fallout. We got Jimmy motherfucking Fallout. Looking like motherfucking Spider-Man 3. You know what I'm saying? When my man got symbiote on him. My man looking like the nigga standing on the motherfucking park bench singing his heart out. My nigga Jimmy Butler looking like the ultimate anime villain. Ladies and gentlemen, what the fuck? I love I love the antics. I'm gonna just keep it a band. I love the antics. Y'all notice those are gonna be the pictures that are gonna be showing when he puts up the stats and shit like that. You know those are gonna be the pictures that are gonna be showing. I fucking love what Jimmy Butler's doing. I love how he trolling the league. He trolling the, you know what I'm saying, everybody. Maybe if they would have gave him Damian Lillard, he wouldn't be trolling as much. But it's crazy. Jimmy motherfucking Butler was the star of Media Day, besides LeBron. Was the star of Media Day with the antics, with the tactics. Looking like Jimmy Fallout Boy. Going emo. My nigga looking like he was about to be in The Crow, too. Like he was about to star in the new Crow movie. Looking crazy with the piercings and all that. But talking about Media Day, LeBron motherfucking James. Entering his 21st season, coming close to 40,000 points. He's only got 1,710 points left to hit 40,000 points. I mean, have y'all realized and have y'all thought about this? He already broke the scoring title. So now every game that we watch from here on out is a historical game. Every game he's breaking a record. And I mean, you could say that with everything he's been fucking doing. LeBron James coming into his 21st season, still scoring 30 fucking points a night. It has to be from his mindset. LeBron says that, what keeps him young is his kids. What keeps him young is his mindset. Making sure that he sets his mind to, if he's hurt, he tells himself, nah, I'm not hurt. It's just mind game. And to see that resilience, to see somebody and use their minds to make their mind so powerful to literally control everything. I don't feel no pain. I'm about to get this bucket. I'm about to do this. I'm about to do that. My man's hit the fountain of youth. And y'all it's like we all got to take a page of LeBron's book and like, bro, wake up in the morning, you feel sick? Nah, nigga, I don't feel sick. Let me go get this money. Let me go do what I gotta go do. Let me go start this pot. Let me go get this business going. Let me go get this paper. Because it's just a mindset. A lot of people get trapped up in this, I can't do. Man, just fucking do. Just fucking do. That's how I started this pot. Been having this shit in my mind for a minute, and I said, you know what? It's just time for me to just do. Called up my man G. I said, yo, G, man, I feel like being creative, nigga. I gotta get my shit again. He said, bro, you been doing this. You know what to do. And I just said, fuck it. It's time to get back on. LeBron spoke about AD being the face of the team. LeBron is in his 21st season. And we don't know how much longer LeBron gonna play. But LeBron telling AD, it's time for you to step it up, my boy. AD, when he's right, and he's fucking dominant and he's killing it. But when he out. Sometimes AD might have a game that he scored 30. Next joint, he scored 5, 10. LeBron telling him, you gotta be the face of this. You gotta be the face of this team. You the next one. You the one. Now you gonna leave like Shaq did? Or you gonna run this motherfucker like Kobe did and build a legacy here? To me, if you ask me, I'm a motherfucking Bron fan all day, every day. And to me, Lakers gonna go to the chip. Lakers gonna take it. Lakers gonna take it this time. That's if you ask me. I'm a fucking Laker fan all day. First team that I motherfucking grew into, Even though I'm a Magic fan, shout out my Magic. But my Magic, we ain't talking about the Magic. We ain't talking about the Magic. But one thing that I definitely want to talk about, matter of fact, I gotta talk about soundtracks, right? Because I feel like the game, I feel like the industry, I feel like just the times that we living in right now is coming back to the days of the soundtrack. Now y'all remember Batman Forever, right? Motherfucking Seal, Kiss from a Rose. That record came from a soundtrack. One of the biggest records in the 90s, I think it was 98. Same thing, Whitney Houston, The Bodyguard. The joint she did. One of the biggest records that came from a soundtrack. I Believe I Could Fly. Space Jam. One of the biggest records from a soundtrack. Did y'all get a chance to listen to the motherfucking Street Fighter soundtrack? Hold the fuck up. I'm talking about Street Fighter, the video game, Street Fighter 6. Did y'all get a chance to listen to the soundtrack of Street Fighter 6, the motherfucking video game? Listen, we talking Dave East. We talking Black Soprano, Benny the Butcher and them. D-Block, Charlie Clips, Nino Man, my motherfucking brother, Nim Low, got Aldo on there, Graf, Papoose, and another man that I done worked for, Smoke Dizza. A motherfucking video game dropping some heavy hitting shit. I had to take a hit for that one real quick. To me, listen, this album, because let me just talk about it real quick. This album has 17 records, some of the dopest hip hop artists right now in the game right now. Actually, I would say it's got the dopest hip hop lyricist artists in the game right now. When you got Dave East, when you got Benny the Butcher, when you got Nim Low, when you got motherfucking Papoose, when you got Smoke Dizza, you've got a culmination of some of the dopest hip-hop rappers doing it right now. And this motherfucking soundtrack to the Street Fighter 6 literally has a motherfucking collaboration of all of them. D-Block on that bit. So if you get a chance, go and listen to the Street Fighter 6 joint. My favorite joints, Street Fighter with Dave East, Perfect with Benny the Butcher, and definitely No E Hondas by my man's Nim Low. Make sure y'all go and check that shit out. To me, this like I said, man, this mixtape or this album really kind of brings you back to like the older times when you used to be younger. Like, I'm talking about my 90s babies, when you go to the barbershop or when you go to the fucking pizzeria to go put in a couple coins, you know what I'm saying, to go play that Street Fighter. This motherfucking mixtape really gives you that vibe of like, yo, I'm about to go put a couple quarters in, I'm about to go, you know what I'm saying, whoever wanted, we gonna get it. This shit brings that retro 90s motherfucking video game arcade style sound, and the way that these niggas is just breaking this shit up. They talking about these characters, they literally bring you into the world of Street Fighter. And I think it was fire. I think this album, this mixtape was fire. So big shout out to whoever put it together. I believe it was Steel Sessions, Street Fighter 6 and Nerd Clothing. Go check that shit out. Stream it now. It came out on the same day as Drizzy, but you know what I'm saying? You gotta still go check the shit out. Now, like I said, one of my favorite joints on there with Nim Low, my brother Nim Low. I think, you know what I'm saying, this shit is just fire. To me, my favorite album, or my favorite soundtrack album that came out this year, or just that has come out in general, gotta give it up to the Metro Boomin Spider-Man joint, a Spider-Verse joint. That probably was one of the dopest soundtrack joints that's come out in a minute. He had Don Toliver on there. He had Lil Uzi Vert. He had motherfucking Nas on that bit, Coi Leray on that bit. Just a culmination of different artists that was really bringing you into that Spider-Verse world, and it just worked fucking well. It just fucking worked well. It really makes you feel like, when you bumping that shit, really makes you feel like you in that Spider-Verse is like really, you know what I'm saying, feeling like you Spider-Man, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's been a lot of fucking music going on this weekend, so I had to make sure that I talked about my music and everything that's going on, because it's a lot to catch right now, and you gotta go catch it. Pause. You know, Kodak just dropped a new record. Shit was fire. Little love joint for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Fire. Kodak don't ever miss. It's just been a good day all around for motherfucking music. Like I said, it's Drizzy Timber. Make sure you go and get that Drizzy album. Make sure you just go and bump that shit with your little mommy in the car. You know what I mean? You riding. Yeah, it's for the dogs, but it's for the mommies to enjoy it too. You know what I'm saying? Get your vibe right. Sip on a little Hendon. You know what I'm saying? Smoke on a little blizzer. A little blizzy. a little spliffy. If you want to put the motherfucking gunpowder in it with the grabber, do your thing, or you could just roll it up in the back, as I would, and just ride out to that motherfucking drizzy. Now, you know we got to talk about my favorite subject. We got to go and break this motherfucker down. I don't even want to talk about Thursday night, how motherfucking Chicago just pulled out some crazy motherfucking upset. It wasn't really an upset, but how Chicago really just came back. Haven't won a motherfucking game since 2022. But they beat the Commanders. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even want to be a Commanders fan with that name. Commander. But they beat the Commanders 40 to 20. Stomped on them. This motherfucker Justin Fields finally got in his bag and he scored like 3 touchdowns on third down conversions and just fucking did his thing finally once and for all. Them boys were celebrating like they won the chip. I don't know if y'all seen the clip, but them boys were celebrating like they won a motherfucking championship. Hey, I mean, if you haven't won since 2022, you got to celebrate something. But, you know, I hope this keeps a little bit of momentum for them boys. And I hope it brings a little something, a little energy, a little something different. Because it does seem, even not from just this game, but last game, when they played the Broncos, that they was trying a little bit of a different offensive scheme. And they pulled it off a little bit with the Broncos, but they finally was able to pull it off with the Commanders and get the victory 40 to 20. Telling you them boys were celebrating like they won the chip. You ain't won since 2022. Boy, I'll be celebrating just like that too, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. And, you know, the game of the motherfucking week that everybody talking about, they talking about the motherfucking 49ers and Cowboys. Now, before I say anything, any Cowboy slander, I want to point one thing out. Because I put up a couple clips on YouTube about the Cowboys, you know, and not just YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, motherfucking TikTok. I put a couple clips out about the Cowboys, and I swear all my other videos was getting like 500-700 views. But anytime I talked about the Cowboys, I seem to be getting only like 5-6 views. Like, what's up with that, man? Like, Cowboys got this shit monetized that they don't want them talking. They don't want, you know, I know y'all America's team, but what is it? Y'all don't want us talking bad about y'all and y'all demonetize and y'all fucking censor us? Fuck the Cowboys, man. That's just how I feel. But I'm gonna keep it a band. All my other videos was doing like 500-600, and when it came down to the Cowboys joint, it's like the internet allowed no Cowboy slander, and I was only getting 5-6 views. So before I say anything about the Cowboys, fuck the Cowboys. I don't think they gonna win this motherfucking game against Brock Purdy and motherfucking Christian McCaffrey, my running back in fantasy, who gave me like 50 points last week. One of the motherfucking GOAT running backs, probably the best running back right now in the league, probably scored the most touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers are definitely, I feel like, going shit and expose the Cowboys as the Cowboys need to be. The Cowboys have not competed against anybody. I said this before. The Cowboys went against the Giants, went against the Jets, went against they went against the Giants, went against the Jets, they went against the Cardinals, and then last week, who'd they go against again? Who'd they go against? I can't even remember. But they really haven't competed against anybody until now, the 49ers, who the 49ers are going to have their number this Sunday. Listen, as I've said this before, and as I continue to say, the Cowboys, and I know y'all gonna censor me, the Cowboys can't produce when it's time to produce. The Cowboys are not the Cowboys of the 80s and the 90s and the ones that won the chips. The Cowboys is not that. And they will never be that again. Mark my motherfucking words. They not getting to the motherfucking Super Bowl. They not getting another chip. My motherfucking Giants are going to get another chip before the Cowboys get another chip. Let's keep it a bean. So like I said, I don't know what it is with YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and all that, but anytime I talk about them Cowboys, boy, my videos get no views. So I'm gonna make sure I talk about the Cowboys, that this shit get views, motherfucker. I'm gonna run this shit up. I'm gonna put like 5 motherfucking clips together, and we gonna talk about the Cowboys, and we gonna get these motherfuckers out of here, bro, because this shit gonna get to somebody. We fucking don't fuck with the Cowboys, man. And if you a Cowboy fan, just make sure you subscribe and you follow, because I like to talk shit about the Cowboys. And if you want to debate me on it, hit me up. Motherfucking Talm'Bout podcast at gmail.com, or you can subscribe, or you could comment, or just hit me up on the DM. And if you want to talk about it live, we could talk about it live, and we could really discuss this shit, because I ain't fucking with the Cowboys, you know what I'm saying? And if you is, man, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. Now, football Sunday, I'm going to make sure I do another episode on Sunday. I'm probably going to try to release this shit right now, ASAP, you know what I mean, Rocky. Hey, I'm going to release this video. Like I said, I appreciate everybody joining in. I appreciate everybody following, subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell notification for any time I drop a video. You already know you're going to get it first. You know what I mean? Interact. Get on the comments. Get on the lives, because if I at least get 10 to 15 subscribers, man, I'm going to start doing some lives. You know what I mean? So please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you get on there, comment, run it up, talk your shit. If you won't agree with what I'm saying, tell me what you think. Prove me wrong. Or just get on there and talk your shit, because this is what this is about, man. What we talking about? We talking about it all. Like I done told y'all, we talking about it all. Except for the drama and the bullshit. You know, leave that shit in the other podcasts. You know what I mean? But I like to thank everybody for joining me, for fucking with me. This is the 3rd episode. This is another edition of the Talm'Bout podcast. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Physic. You call me Zeke. If you don't know me, get to know me. Go check the other episodes. Go follow me at Physic Vision. And ladies and gentlemen, have yourselves a motherfucking good night. Let me get Cardi on there. Shout out to Cardi B in this bitch. We out of here.